30 seconds until minions spawn.
So today the enemy is at our door, and if you know where that quote comes from, I will give mad props to you. But anyway, oh god damn it, it's on borderless. Professionalism. What the f is that? Right. You are now safe from epilepsy. More to the point, we have Yorrick versus Vlad, or Vlad versus Yorrick, depending on how you want to look at it. But more to the point was, it's an interesting matchup, because Yorrick is meant to be the so-called brick of top lane, and you don't beat him, you simply survive him. I'm actually really comfortable with this matchup now, and especially with the build I use. It becomes ridiculous later on, but let's see. So normal start, rejuvenation to build into the Spirit of Spectral Wraith, health potions because fuck it, it's Yorrick, and the site wall because I want to get my ass kicked in with ganks, but it's fine. Second thing was, didn't take any skills whatsoever because I'm defending his mummy's blue even though mummy's at red. It's just good vision so we know what the heck they're up to. It was, if Leo had done something like, I don't know, Flash E'd, I would have simply quickly leveled up pool and pulled it, and then he would have wasted Flash. It's fine. But in the end, I didn't use anything, so I could just get a Q. And Moo did red. And this is a lot more common nowadays, where so-called blue-dependent jungler doesn't do blue, because they know they're just going to counter jungle, and it just saves so much time if they do this instead. Although it is a crap kicked in because no one helped him with it, so... Oh well, he has 5 potions, I suppose. So now we're back in lane, and speaking of absolute bullshit, here is Yorrick with a blue buff. Fun and games. Fun and bloody games. There goes my game plan of like just out-sustaining his mana pool before we went for a tier at least. Just here's the thing with Yorrick. The way you can beat him is mechanically is the fact that his ghouls aggro onto you. But if they don't have vision on you, then they will break off pursuit and they will hit minions instead. The only problem is he ends up pushing the lane, right? He ends up pushing the lane, so you can't really hide in the bush because you just can't. It's a shit position. I do abuse it later on, but to begin with, just bear with the bullshit. But at the same time, because it's pushing, I can sort of do the thing I do now, which is to level up E into the pool because you need it. Not so much need it, it's just helpful for farming. So like someone like this, instead of auto-attacking, I just E it and run away. I mean, I would never ever be that suicidally close to someone if they were, say, like Riven, but you have to be used to the different champions, and Yorrick I really didn't care about. I wasn't in danger of dying then and there, so I get the creep, back off, heal, and repeat. See, this is exactly what I mean. I can't get to the bush from this angle. Like, what do you want me to do? It's pushed in, so we're here, dancing again, taking potions, because sod it, Vlad early level, for whoopee. So, just hanging on as best as I can, really. I mean, you're allowed to lose CS early on because you're Vlad. But it's still not nice to. But Moo wants to gank this. Except there's so many freaking creeps here, this might have been a bad idea. But I leveled up Q. Technically I could have leveled up Pool, but I don't know. I didn't expect... I thought Moo might turn around, but he didn't commit to it. So it was just, okay, I have full stacks of E while he came here, so EQ Ignite. And I flashed out. Because what good was it if I stood there? If I stayed there, I would have just taken minion aggro. And literally, Yorrick wanted to make a play on me because he probably realized he was going to die. But I don't know, it's just my instinct was, let's get the hell out of here because, sod it, French. And now he's boned. Could he have actually run away? Probably not, because the moon started red. I mean, Moon was already on his face, just keep hitting him. I guess he could have run away, actually. He could have flashed out and used the slowing ghouls, but... Well, he didn't. That was the end of that, and Moon gets his blue back. In the meantime, I am now pushing this out. Because I can. Push that out. Buy this item because it helps against Yorrick's ghouls. And just amplify and tone to do more damage. What were the other things you can do? Yorrick gets his sustain from this ghoul specifically. Ghoul, Omen of Famine, this orange one. If you kill it, he doesn't regenerate. It's generally that simple, really. And eventually, you can kill the ghouls, and you can just keep hitting him. But if you keep killing the orange one, then he won't have anything to regenerate on. So they're just yes, I'm totally best they can, which actually isn't very well. But oh well, I'm fine. Virtually fine. I know what's going to happen later, and it is not going to be fun. Enjoy your time whilst it lasts, Yorrick. It won't last for very long. And I'm just going to hit him. At this point, I played more passive because he stopped shoving the lane in like a maniac. And I assumed that that meant that Jarvan was nearby. Literally, I thought, Jarvan must be nearby. He's changed his behavioural patterns of just not trying to smack my face in all the time. Turns out he wasn't. So I actually don't know what the hell happened here. But anyway, it's now pushing out. It's just, okay, I better see what the hell I can do and just keep hitting Yorrick because it's starting to hurt a lot. Fully stacked Tides of Blood, EQ, even at level 5, it will hurt. Now just level 1 stack Tides of Blood, especially if you can sustain it, will do a lot of damage. So it's what, 120, 160, and then the EQ's like 300. So I hit 6 first, Moon comes to gank at the right time, and we kill him. Which is fine. So this is shoved to his turret and he's lost all of that CS. And he's also probably lost a level from that as well, which was even better. So I now have a revolver because I'm confident that I can play the sustain game. Now I was happily sitting on 15 spell vamp, 15% spell vamp. No, yeah, this is constantly the CDR rune page. CDR rune page and CDR masteries, and I'm at the stage where I don't care about his ghouls. Really aggressively pushing in EQ. Because I know I can sustain this, and eventually he can't. I mean, he might try, but I will beat him to the floor. I mean, this is the problem though, was I didn't put a ward down. But I didn't need to really flash or anything. Because Yorrick was in a position to kill me. Yorrick was out of position, so he couldn't kill me. Jarmander lacked damage by himself to kill me because he's not 6. Which is why I didn't flash and drag, flag and drag. I didn't have flash. I didn't pull it either because I just didn't need it. And I chunk him down. I back off, do stuff. But this is the problem, was I now can't be as aggressive because that gank did screw me over a bit. I was wondering whether Jarmander was actually still sitting in here. Because he might be that way. But the problem was, I can now check this. Because he's so far away, even if he flag and drives again, he won't kill me. I can always pull anyway, but he left. The other point was, I now have my ult again. I can kill him if he actually tries that. So it doesn't. I'm just going to sit back, and I can also queue the creeps, because it still heals me. No gold, but still health. 3 health potions. Sweet. Whenever Q comes off cooldown, Q something, it heals. If you can Q Yorrick, all the better, but if not, then oh well.
Blue team double kill.
Now we wail on Yorrick. It's like just like these. Watch the ghouls. From his perspective,
Blue team double kill.
from his perspective, right? He's summoning ghouls on me, except what's happened? It's like, durr, he's disappeared. They lose aggro on you, and that's that. They're just like this, they just don't hit you if you hide in the bush. It's fine. The trouble is getting here in the first place. Surviving in order to push him out of the lane is a bit of a feat. I don't know what his state is in the Season 3, but I found with Vlad, it doesn't really matter. Swain it was still as, but Vlad, with that, especially with the Spectral Wraith item, becomes ridiculous. He can't handle this. Hide to the bushes, keep queuing stuff. I can just keep ripping chunks out of him. And he's probably low enough for me to burst down. I say burst down, but wasn't overly sure. I still went for it anyway, but still. So EQ, that was enough to hit him while I left the building, but he then wants to kill me back, which is probably the right thing to do. So he flashes, because you can't flash if he gets resurrected. And I am leaving the building. At the same time, I'm probably not going to survive unless I play the kiting game. So I Q him, run away, Q him, run away, Q him, run away, and I manage to just live. by constantly queuing him running away. And he's dead, so I just push the lane back again. Also, laugh. Because why not? He's already dead. And you just taunt him back. Do you want to kill me? Do you want to kill me? Come kill me. Try. Try. Now we are incredibly aggressive because sod it. We can beat the shit out of Yorrick because cooldowns. I have basically now have none. I would EQ him more, but I don't want to miss the big creep. And I queued over his famine pool, so he can't heal. And I keep hitting him. And if he wants to hit me, I will stay around because my cooldowns are low enough that I can stay here. And I will win any sort of long-term war where if he can't burst me, I will beat him. And he knows it. And now he's cowering under his turret and he can't do anything whatsoever. I will constantly shove this in. I do not care. If Jarvan does not want to help you, then I will simply take your turret. I will keep pushing until people come to help you. And if they do help you, I'll kill them as well. So he's left, I will now do golems. And I will keep going at it because the turret's gone. I will keep farming, take the turret and keep going. Jarvan shows up, doesn't want anything to do with me. And I leave the building so I can get boots. To run around faster, farm even more stuff. So both of these are now under basically around 3 seconds. And this is the problem we're finding with Vlad in solo queue. He just doesn't seem to do very much because he can't really make plays. He brings a heck of a lot of damage to the table, but that's about it. Damage, sustain, annoyance. The jungler needs to take care of him, but he can be easily counterpicked with the likes of Riven, and if you don't know what you're doing, you'll feed. But in other news, it's just you can't really make plays. The most plays you can do is hope they make a mistake and just kill them. Not in the let's catch someone, force an error type play, which is like Swain or I don't know, I guess any other top could probably do, like Singed, but in the meantime, it was I'm in a dominating position, I will EQ him. I keep moving, I will keep EQing him. Like, he will suffer for it. And doesn't he know it? If he comes closer, I will kill him. And I took the chance to. And now, what happens? We laugh. We laugh and we keep hitting it. Because, sod it. Sustain, CDR. Go.
Rampage.
And I'm still here. Because juicy target. Come at me. And then I find Jarvan, and it's just... He sees this amount of help, and I can kill this person. And this is what you generally do. It's they do not expect your CDRs to be this low and for you to hurt this much. So he hits me. But it's just, okay. You made a terrible mistake because I completely, utterly burn. 300 damage E. Sexy. Fully stacked Tides of Blood. Level 5. 320. Base. Almost as high as the Blanc Sigil, except the proc both, and you can't spam it every 3 seconds. And it's not AoE. It is ridiculous, but oh well. The scaling code perhaps isn't that great, but it isn't AoE. And now I am going to keep smacking Yorrick's face in, because someone has to deal with me. I will keep pushing. And that is generally the end of this video. I mean, you're not missing anything, it's just the same again. Just survive the early lane, and then continue, and then start to beat your opponent into the floor. I mean, one has to question, what was Blitz doing? But now Diana showed up, and then Leo showed up, it was, oh well. I had my fun. I was trying to violate Yorrick again, but meh. Look at Blitz's build. It's just, what? I know it's energized with his passive, but what the hell is this? But in the meantime, Ori is hideously fed.
Blue team triple kill. team's turret has been destroyed.
Shit, let's go double kill. He's building blue! Maybe that's it. No, I'm kidding. So, they're all in mid, and we keep pushing. You have to force people to come to you, otherwise nothing's going to happen. You can't really chase people, you can't really make any plays, you just have... I just need to keep split pushing. And the earlier you do it, the better. And then I spotted there was a fight in mid. So, sod it. Surprise aids. Come around behind and clean up the fight, and then we just keep pushing again. Regenerate, keep pushing, regenerate, keep pushing, back to full health, GG. They want to deal with me, they can't deal with me. I see this is why, there's also why when I split push I still buy a ward so I know when to leave the building. I spot 3 people heading this way, so I leave. I leave, what does that mean? It means bot can push in. It's, 1 person cannot handle you, 2 maybe, but as proved in this case they can't. They need at least 3 people. And if your team goes elsewhere, then fine. There are times where you want to group up instead, but it's just... When I play something like Vlad in solo queue, you generally want to put as much pressure on yourself as possible. It's always you want to put as much pressure on yourself as possible, because then it's up somebody else and they might not be as capable of handling it. And it's the only way that you can actually make anything happen. Because sod it, lack of CC. Your pull does not really count. Yorrick has given up on that because, I don't know, 0.5, rapidly inferior bar, but completely crushed in lane. I feel sorry for the guy. Not really. So, it's just, we're so much stronger right now. It's just they can't exactly send 2 people here, 3 people here. They have to make a decision where to go, and I left. And they assumed that it was a 2v1 here. It wasn't because I was around the corner. But still. AIDS. Kill you instead, because supports are worth gold, and Leona is made of gold, so kill her, and then I can kill Yorrick too. And we just keep pushing, 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 pushing to the wind. Like, yeah.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Nothing major, really.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
It was just... Oh yeah, that was it. Rep star, pay, make notes, etc. Learn how to farm, learn how to trade, learn how to not die. Yeah, no. Some people want to know more about what happens. This is generally it. Play passive, take walk on great trunks, don't die, push, 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 push. And they surrender pretty soon. There wasn't really much to it really. Mid, 1 hard. Every lane seemed to have 1 pretty hard, but meh. Yorrick can go eat to length. GG. Well played. Have fun.